Norman was a Swedish architect. This house was actually built in 1883. This is an excellent example of Queen Anne architecture. One thing that's important about Queen Anne architecture is that there's a lot of detail and also different styles in different rooms. Gottfried Norman chose the ivy motif as a central element of the Great Hall. It's carved in the newel post. It's also in the copper detailing above the fireplace. If you look closely, you'll notice the gaze of Prometheus. The god of fire definitely warms this great hall. Have you ever seen a staircase with a built-in pulpit? The gentleman of the house reportedly would deliver sermons to the collected household. The parlor is in the Rococo style, which is characterized by the gold leafing and the paneling. The maple, the shell motif along the crown molding, it speaks to a gracious style of life and living. The smoking room was for the gentlemen after dinner to light up their cigars and maybe strike a business deal. It has an Asian influence because you can see the basketry, you can see the curly pine, which actually is from Georgia. The Asian influence was carried through into the dining room, the oval symmetry, the sunbursts. Also in the home is the first known residential elevator in the state of Georgia, made by the Otis Elevator Company. This room has to be my favorite room at Ivy Hall. It's the library. It's cherry wood, colonial revival style. And I chose this color misty amethyst, I call it, just because I think it's a very inviting color for someone who wants to sit and read and think deep thoughts. Rose Casterline is a graduate of SCAD. She carefully researched the history of the Peters family, and then she created her own imaginary world in her paintings. In such a beautiful environment as Ivy Hall, with treasures sourced from all over the world, our students don't have to go to a museum. They study here every day.